Welcome to the CHC Mock Teen Car. This video is for parents or caretakers who think their teen or young adult might be using drugs.
Hi, my name is Lisa Wolf with the Center for Humanistic Change, and welcome to our Mock Teen Car. I want to thank the Phantoms organization because their generous funding allowed us to produce this video. You might be familiar with our Mock Teen Bedroom, which we set up at schools and other community sites, where we set up a teen bedroom, and it's an opportunity for parents to come through and look for hidden drugs and drug paraphernalia and be educated on what to look for if they suspect that their child might be using drugs. So we've interviewed many people in recovery, and they told us, almost all of them told us, that they hid their drugs in their car because it's one place the parents tend not to go. So if you suspect your child is using, you definitely need to check out their vehicle. So I think as a parent, you're going to go to the natural places like the center console or the glove compartment, and good places to look. But you have to be a little bit more sneaky in your thinking rather than just opening it up and looking. So if someone's hiding drugs in their glove compartment, they might be hiding them by taping them up here underneath, okay? Or hiding it in a container that you would never look in. They might have something like hand sanitizer, but it's actually filled with alcohol, and they have it in the glove compartment. They often will tape it up and under places in here. So they might tape it up in here. You might not notice it as quickly. Tape it to the bottom, have a lot of things on top of it. Also, they'll tape it under the dashboard, under the seat. You really, really need to look. Another very common, easy place to hide would be right under the floor mat. So you really need to pull things apart. If you have a child that's more familiar with the inside of a car, they might be hiding it in the vents. They might be opening up the door panel and hiding it in there. They might know how to take out the lights up here on the top and hide it in there. We could be opening up the sunroof, putting something on top. You know, drugs don't take up a lot of space. It's very easy to hide these smaller containers. So you really have to be creative. In the back seat, I actually have a middle thing that comes down with the drink cup holders. You might want to look in there. Also want to search in the trunk. You want to open up and look inside where the spare tire is. If there's a toolbox in the back, you really need to pull things apart if you're going to do a good search. And I also want to just show you a couple other things that someone might hide. So here it's a pen, but you open up that pen, you've got a compartment in there where you could hide a small joint or some pills. I have some chapstick in here. Once it's empty, perfect compartment for hiding some pills. You know, we know that a drug of choice for a lot of teens and young adults would be Xanax or benzos or Adderall, Ritalin, the ADHD drugs, or opioids like Oxycontin or Vicodin. Very easy to hide them in these spots. I also just want to show you this. You might not know that, but this is what heroin comes in, these little wax packages. So these are actual packages that a parent found after she lost her son. One of them actually has a stamp on it. That stamp indicates who the seller is. So if they like that heroin, they're going to go back and buy from him. So as you can see, these packages are tiny, and they're about $5 to $10 a piece. So this is what one bag of heroin, or actually 2 bags of heroin, would look like. If somebody is using a hypodermic needle, small, easy to hide. If you find the orange caps, that's usually what they're using, the size that has the orange cap on it. If you are finding a lot of pen caps, especially the ones that have the hole in the bottom. Sometimes they'll be using those to snort heroin, something to be aware of. And I wanted to show you the Juul. Now, this is the most popular vaping item right now. So the Juul is almost looks like a USB device, right? And this is the cartridge that comes out. So this is something that is extremely easy to conceal in a lot of places, in the car or in the home. So we don't do these videos to scare you. We do these videos to educate you. When you think your child might be using drugs, it's a very, very scary feeling. But any person or any parent who has lost a child to drugs would tell you, trust your gut, and you've got to look, because the sooner you get someone help, the better prognosis for recovery. So we'd rather catch them at 14, 15, or 16 rather than wait until they're 21 when use has escalated, what may be beyond control. So I have some other things to show you if you'll follow me to the back of my car.
So these are some items that are sold online via Amazon and other manufacturers. And also you can find them in gas stations and local stores. They're called stash cans. They advertise that they're to hide your valuables, but they are also very convenient for hiding drugs and paraphernalia. On the left, there's a soda can, a water bottle, and a Pringles can. They look real. The cans, the water bottle has water in it. The Pringles can actually has Pringles in it, but they open either from the bottom or the top. The water bottle pulls apart, and there are compartments in there to hide paraphernalia or drugs. The hairbrush there actually opens up. You could hide something small in there. The green thing that's lying down, that's called a booze tube. It looks like a tampon package, but when you open up, it's a plastic tube. You could put alcohol or drugs in there. And then that lotion container has never had any kind of lotion in it. Another way to hide alcohol. We know that some kids will use this when they go on a school field trip, to concerts, or to sporting events. On the right are things you might see in a car. So there are the tissues that fit in the cup holder. Yeah, there are a couple tissues on the top, but from the bottom, it's open container. The tire seal, it feels, like there's something in it. When you shake it, you can hear that ball rolling around in there. But if you twist it from the bottom, you have an open compartment. Same thing with the dustpan and brush. The brush itself pulls apart and can hide things. And the front, there's a little key fob, pulls apart, would hide several capsules or pills. And then the round black container, and then the thing that looks like a toolbox, they are actually odor-proof containers. So leaf marijuana, as many of you may know, has a very strong skunky smell. You don't have to be smoking it to get the odor. It just has to be, around you. If a cop pulled you over and you had that in some, abundance in your car, they're going to smell it. So they sell these odor-proof containers. That little toolbox, you could put a few tools, that round container with the marijuana in it. Nobody's going to think anything of it. They're not going to smell it. There are tons of those that you could purchase, and they are often used to conceal drugs and paraphernalia.
So thank you for watching our video. I hope you learned something. You can always visit our website at www.thechc.org. Also, if you would be able to attend one of our mock teen bedrooms at any place throughout Lehigh and Northampton counties, we will have this there running on a loop and projected up on the wall, so we can educate people at those events as well. And last but not least, it's scary when you think your kid might be using drugs, but you got to trust your gut. And I want to quote Allison, who lost her son Christopher to a drug overdose just a few years ago. She always says, I'd rather have Christopher standing here yelling at me because I'm going through his car or I'm tearing apart his bedroom than have to have had buried my son at such a young age of 22. So thank you very much.
If you have any questions, feel free to email me. There's my email address up there. And I encourage you to visit our website to find out more about the CHC. We offer a variety of programs. We have some pre-recorded videos up there about drugs and alcohol. And we hope that we will see you somewhere live in the very near future.